What if I feel pressured to fit in? Today, we are going to be reading a story out of this book called Why Does Picking Friends Matter? We are going to be meeting a successful entrepreneur named Akram Abdallah, and we'll be giving away millions and millions. Let's begin. I'm 7 years old. I'm sitting in my principal's office and I'm pleading for my life. Let me explain. When I was 7 years old, on TV, more than anything, I loved watching professional football. And not just any team, the best team in the known galaxy, the Minnesota Fighting Vikings. They were the best team in the whole NFL, and every Sunday, me and my dad would watch them. It was amazing. I'm talking Chris Carter, Randy Mouse, Dante Culpepper, the greatest show on turf. I would love watching the games, and it would always go to the last minute, filled with amazing catches and wonderful throws. And on Monday, when we'd get to school, me and my friends would talk about it. I remember one Monday, I was talking to my friend Marty Loso and another boy named Aaron, and we were talking about the game that we saw the night before. Aaron opened up his backpack and took out a football. He said, "Hey guys, you want to catch?" Now, here's the thing. In my class, we had a rule. You're not supposed to play ball in the classroom. I looked at Aaron, I said, "Aaron, I don't know if that's a good idea." He said, "Come on, just a little bit of catch wouldn't hurt." I said, "Yeah, but Aaron, you know the rules." He said, "Oh, Amin, are you a chicken?" I said, "No, I'm not a chicken." Then he said, "Well, why won't you play with me?" I said, "Well, because, you know," and bark, 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 bark. I said, all right, give me the ball and I'll throw it to you." I took the ball. I said, "Hut, hut." Aaron began to run in the classroom. I went back thinking that I was Dante Culpepper. I looked to the left, I looked to the right, I threw the ball, and as the ball was soaring into the air, I saw that my teacher, Miss Ragazzino, began walking in. The ball starts coming and I see it in slow motion. I'm like, no! The ball hits my teacher in the nose. She looks at me. She says, "Amin Asr, principal's office right now." I remember walking to the principal's office. I'd never even been there before. I didn't know if it was a dungeon or what it looked like. All I could think about was this was the longest walk ever. I felt like I was falling down, maybe like Yusuf alayhi salam falling down in the well. I thought, no, this is it. I walked into the principal's office and he looked at me. He said the two words that I dreaded the most: green slip. Immediately, my life starts flashing before my eyes. I think, no, please, no, not a green slip. Don't give me a green slip. I'm only 7 years old. The principal says, "What's the problem with the green slip?" I said, "Well, because if I get a green slip, then it's going to go into my permanent record. And if it goes into my permanent record, then I'm not going to get into National Honor Society. If I don't get into National Honor Society, then what university will I go to? And if I don't go to a good university, how am I going to get a good job? And if I don't get a good job, then I'm never going to get married. My life is gonna be miserable." I began to cry. The principal took pity on me and said, "Okay, Amin, I won't give you a green slip. I'll just give you a warning." But on that day, I thought about something. Something that I imagine every single one of you have felt before. This pressure to fit in, to do something that you normally wouldn't do just because of the people around you. How can we be sure that we don't change ourselves just to fit in? That is what we are going to be talking about today. That is what we are going to be talking about today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and I even see Yusra from California, Zara from Pakistan, Amar from Rochester, I see Abdullah, Alicia from Minnesota, Abdul Majid from New York, Jeddah from Virginia, I see Bilal and Alina from Alberta, I see Zara from the United Kingdom, Mariam and Ruwaida, I see Safiya, Noor and Muhammad, Jad from Boston, I see Adam from Canada, Baran from Canada, Umar from Raleigh, Khadija and Humaira, Labib from Vermont. I see Ibrahim and Khadija and Aisha, and I see Hala from Tennessee, Mariam from the US of A, Alia from Las Vegas, Talene from the US of A. Allahu Akbar, so many people. I can't say salams to everyone. There's 1,000 of you on Zoom. Allahu Akbar. Here's the thing. For those that don't know me, my name is Brother Amin Asr, and I am the author of Noor Kids. What is Noor Kids, you ask? Glad you asked. Very good question. Noor Kids is a book series where every month families receive a new book delivered directly to their home, all designed with one goal: to help build a love for Islam and character. Enough about me. Now, every night throughout the month of Ramadan, we get together in this Muslim treehouse to laugh, to giggle, but most importantly, to become the best version of ourselves. And we like to ask questions, not small questions, not even medium-sized questions. Dare I say, a big question! What should I do if I feel pressured to fit in? Look, as Muslims, sometimes we're in environments where we feel like maybe I can't be myself. Or even if you are around other Muslim people, sometimes you might be around some kids who make you feel weird about who you are. What can we do? Well, today we are going to talk about it. But before I do, let me just look at our giveaway box real quick. Let me see what we've got in here. Oh, this is delicious! Scrumptious, certified halal. You're gonna love it. We'll talk about that in the laboratory. All right, so before I mosey on over to the library, or some like to say la biblioteca, today we're gonna show you a quick word about Noor Kids because I've got a special announcement coming up. Let's go.
Forgive and forget. Family matters.
Fiercest frenemies.
We discuss topics that matter. Divine direction, being big-hearted.
Afterlife, honest to God, the miraculous message. Can't you see?
Take the high road. This is about doing the right thing even when no one is watching.
Hungry for halal. It has a lot of food in it.
The Family for me is my favorite book because it teaches me to be thankful for what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave.
Soul will be clean. If you don't pray, your soul will be dirty.
Our books prepare kids for the world that they are living in. Not just to survive, but to thrive. Kids can put themselves into the main shoes and think, what would I do in this situation? So that way when they find themselves in that situation, they know the right way to respond.
And my favorite book is See the Bright Side because it teaches you that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover and not everything's as it seems.
So guess what, you guys? On Tuesday, that's not tomorrow, not the day after, not the day after that, on Tuesday, we are going to be doing a 3-day sale. Just 3 days, that's it. Not 1 day, not 2 days, 3 days only. It's our best sale of the year. You're gonna have to wait for it because it's gonna be amazing. Seriously, it's gonna be amazing. All right, so with that said, I have a question for you, and I'm opening up the chat box. How can we resist the pressure of others. Said differently, if we're feeling pressured by our friends, how can we make sure that we do the right thing? I'm going to open up the chat box. I'd love to get your perspectives, and I'll call on a few of you. While you guys are writing, I want to tell you about who today's program is dedicated to. Today's program, and inshallah, all the good that comes from it, is dedicated to Fahmiuddin Ahmad. And there's a dua for him. Ya Allah, please forgive his shortcomings. Accept his sadaqah, his zakah, his journey of Hajj, his salam, the many, many Quran recitations, and make them a protection from him, from the fire of hell. Ya Allah, please accept whatever few struggles he made to keep good relationships with his family members. Please accept the patience he exercised over multiple years of sickness. Ya Rab, we ask you to please bless him. This family was one of the families that decided to support our Ramadan camp. And if you have someone in your family that you would like to dedicate a program to, email anam@noorkids.com with your support, and inshallah, we'll be able to dedicate one of our programs. We have like 20 days. Actually, there's only 15 days left, but we've got many days that are available. All right, let me go back to the chat box. Let's see what you guys have written. All right, so, and let me turn this off. Aiza from the USA says we should ignore it and follow our beliefs. Okay, okay. Summer from Sacramento says give them advice and nasiha. Don't listen to your oafs. I don't know what oafs means, but she says don't listen to it. Ibrahim says ignore it and tell an adult. Okay, okay, okay. Zuhair and Moe says tell them and pray for them to be kind. And these are good ideas, but you guys, like, come on, think about it. In real life, if you've got a friend who's pressuring you, like, there's got to be like specific things that we can do. Give them advice and nasiha, start smiling, be yourself. We should ignore it. Okay, guys, these are all interesting ideas. But I don't think that they necessarily hit the mark. And that's okay, because today we're going to be talking about it. But before I answer it, anytime we have a question, before we go to Noor Kids, we go to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Quran. We ask this question to a super Shaykh.
What should I do when I feel pressured to fit in?
That's a great question. I have an ayah for that. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. He became friends with a couple of students, and they were not the best students in the class. They were not studying, and soon enough, Hamza joined them. And before the final exam, they told him, let's go play, let's have fun. And they didn't study enough for the exam. And on the day of the exam, of course, they were not ready. So the three of them, they went to the teacher and they said, oh, sorry, teacher, our friend got sick and we have to take him to the hospital. And sorry, if you can give us an extension, we need another week or two to prepare for the exam. And the teacher gave them another 2 weeks. And on the day of the exam, the three of them came and the teacher put each of them in a different classroom. 2 questions. What is the name of your friend who fell sick? And what is the name of the hospital? And each of them gave a different answer, and they failed the exam because they lied. So this is a message for you and I, based on this verse, that we should always be with truthful people and honest people. Because believe it or not, you are as good or as bad as your friends. Imam al-Qurtubi, one of the greatest scholars of Islam, he mentioned a lovely example. He says, when Allah told us the story of the youth in the cave, He mentioned their dog 3 times on the same page for a reason. Why? Because he was in a good company. Imam al-Qurtubi says, Allah honors us when we are in a good company. So make sure, inshallah, you surround yourself with good people who will pull you up, not push you down. See you next time.
I love it. I love it. In order for us to take that lesson to the next level, we're going to be reading out of a book called Faithful Friends. A book called Faithful Friends. Now, every one of our books has 2 stories. I'm reading one story called Bad Buds. This is hilarious. Before we start, I need everyone to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. All right, Bad Buds. Asad and his family travel to Washington, D.C. for Dad's architectural conference. And there's a sign there. Welcome to the 4th annual conference of the Environment and Architectural Design. Dad has enrolled Asad in the children's workshop. Sometimes when there's big conferences for adults, there's a kids workshop for the kids. Alhamdulillah, this is going to be the best conference ever, says Asad. Asad loves this kind of thing. Day 1, designing the environment using plants to accent spaces. Have fun, Asad. Mom and I will come and check on you at lunch, says Asad's dad. Asad sees an empty seat at the table. 3 boys dressed in suits with slicked back hair are sitting there. Hi, my name is Asad, says Asad. The boys each point to their name tags. One of them says Mark with a C. One of them says Raymond, all in lowercase letters. And this one, Philippe. Raymond, Philippe, and Mark. Where are you from, says Asad. Only the tightest city in the planet, New York City. New York. Fun fact, I actually went to New York a few weeks ago. And I learned that people actually do talk like that. New York. No, I'm joking. They don't actually. Well, some of them do. Oh, wow. I'm from Maple Grove, says Asad. Get out of here, says one of them. What? But I just got here, says Asad. Haha, no, bruh. That's just how we say, oh, really? Get with it, bruh. These boys from New York, they speak a little bit different than Asad from Maple Grove, okay. Asad watches the boys closely. He likes the way they talk. Check out my kicks, bruh. Kicks is another way to say shoes, right? And they are they're quite fashionable shoes, I would say. He likes the way they slick back their hair. Look at Philippe and his hair, so fancy. He likes the way they dress. I wish I had a suit coat, says Asad. But let's be real, a 7-year-old with a suit coat and a bow tie? I mean, it does look pretty smart for an architectural conference. Could you imagine if that's like how you dress every day? I mean, I guess that'd be pretty nice. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be on him, would always dress nice, so I guess. The instructor of the workshop introduces himself. My name is Mr. Bean. I've spent 35 years working in environmental architecture. Today I'm going to show you the most important thing to remember when working with plants. Let's begin with a slideshow. Then we'll move outside to the garden to work. It says soil. Suppose you put hours, and I know I'm being a little bit boring right now. I just yawned. By the way, you guys might want to keep track of my yawns. Might have something to do with the giveaway. I'm not sure, but I know it sounds boring, but pay attention to this. Suppose you put hours into designing the layout of your outdoor space and selecting the types of plants you want to grow. It will only succeed if you have good soil. This plant was placed in the best, most nutritious soil. Note how healthy it is. This plant was placed in bad soil. Look at this one. Good soil, bad soil. You can tell the difference in the plant. Why do you think this plant is ill? Says Mr. Bean. Asad replies, the unhealthy soil made the plant weak. That is correct. This plant will never be healthy so long as it is. That was such a big one. I feel like that was 2. That was 1 though. This plant will never be healthy so long as it is surrounded with bad soil. The kids work in the garden for the rest of the workshop. At the end of the session, the 3 boys approach Asad. Bro, this plant stuff is so boring, don't you think? Asad thinks to himself, I do like it, but if I tell them that, they'll think I'm boring. Now, here's the thing. I know this is a story. And Asad, while I like to think he's a real person, is not actually a real person. But the truth is, we've all been in a situation like this before, where we're around people They could be our friends or they could be other people, and we feel pressured to fit in, to be just like them. Now, we'll see what Asad does, and we'll think about what the right thing is to do. Let's go on. The next morning, Asad slicks his hair back with gel. He wears a pressed shirt. These new boys are making quite an impact on you, son. Be careful who you surround yourself with, says Dad. I'm good, Dad, says Asad. He looks so fancy. The boys are excited to see Asad's new style. You look fly, bruh. No doubt, says one of them. The three boys head to the doors. We out, gentlemen. Who cares about furniture making? So boring. Raymond sees that Asad is sitting down. What's wrong, kid? You like furniture making? Well, we're not supposed to leave, says Asad. Who cares, bro? We don't want to do that. We can do what we want. No doubt, says the other one. Allahu Akbar, he's feeling pressured now. Oh, the kids are going. He's trying to sit down. He knows he's not supposed to break the rules. Asad wants his new friends to like him, so he decides to go too. Just as they start walking around the building, a security guard spots them. Boys, you'd better come with me. Asad feels horrible. He's never been in trouble before. I'm too young to go to jail, thinks Asad. Allahu Akbar. They're probably going to put him into the slammer. I hope not, but they might. I don't know. Actually, I do know I wrote the story, so I know it's going to happen. But anyway, all right. The guard calls each boy's parents to come pick them up. Asad's parents are disappointed in him. I thought you were excited about furniture making. Why did you leave, says Dad. My new friends thought it was boring, says Asad. Oh, Asad, that doesn't sound like a very good reason. Now, Mom says something. Listen to this, and this is important. You know, in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warns us that those who do wrong, the people who make mistakes, they're gonna wish their friends had not led them astray. True friends, a good friend, they're never gonna lead you astray. A good friend is never gonna make you do the wrong thing. Did Mr. Bean teach your group about soil, says Dad. Actually, yes. How did you know that, asks Asad. He was once my teacher too, says Dad. Now listen to this, the most important lines in the whole story. Asad, the people we choose as our friends can affect us in the same way soil affects plants. Good friends can make us better. Bad friends can make us worse. I've been pretty silly, right, Dad? We all have silly days, says Dad. Dad, did you know that we're luckier than plants? How so, says Dad. A plant can't just get up and change its soil, but we can walk away from bad soil and find good soil anytime we want. So true, says Dad. Bad soil will make a sick plant. Good soil will make a healthy plant. And great soil, it will make a power plant. The end. All right. Before I tell you about it, I want to call on someone from the audience to see if you really understood what this means. Let me call on Zahra and Zainab and Zunaira. Hey, assalamu alaikum. Let me unmute you all. Hey, assalamu alaikum, guys. I don't know what I like more, your hijab or your glasses. They're both amazing. All right, can you guys introduce yourselves? Tell us your names and how old you are.
My name's Zahra and I'm 10 years old. My name's Zainab and I'm 8 years old. My name's
I get this.
Her name's Zunaira, she's 4 years old.
Okay, very good. Zanera, who's 4. Okay, so let me start with Zainab. MashaAllah, the Z crew. All the Z's make me feel like yawning because, Z's, people sleep. Anyways, all right, keep track of the yawns. Zainab, let me start with you. In what way are friends like soil? Actually, let's talk about soil first, all right? Can soil affect a plant?
Yes.
How does soil affect a plant? For the big sister.
Soil affects the plant by so it has things in it that make it grow, but bad soil has things in it that can make it bad.
So if a plant is growing in bad soil, is the plant going to be healthy? No, it's not. No, if a plant... Zunera, you funny little princess. You funny little princess! Okay, so here's the thing, right? As the big sister said, with soil, right? If you have a plant that's growing in bad soil, that plant's going to be really shriveled up, and it's never going to be healthy, and it's never going to grow big. But if you grow something in really good soil, you'll have good fruit, it will taste delicious, it'll be sweet, it'll be wonderful. Now, let me ask Zainab. Zainab's the middle sister, right? Zainab, in what way is our friends like soil?
So good soil is good friends, but bad soil acts like bad friends.
So if you have good friends, my dear Zainab, how will that affect you?
They can help us go up and make us do right things, but if we have bad friends, they can make us do wrong things.
Now, Zunera, let me ask you a question, my dear. Can you give us a big, bright smile?
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see the 4-year-old smile.
Big
Oh
smile.
my goodness. And I love the hijab too. You guys, let's give Zahra and Zainab and Zunera a big round of applause. Big round of applause. You guys did awesome. MashaAllah. What a great set of sisters. I don't know about you, but there's something I think about. What am I going to be when I grow up? Who are you going to be when you grow up? Are you going to be the person who cures cancer? Are you going to be the person who ends racism? Are you going to be the person who solves global warming? Are you going to be the best soccer player in the history of soccer? What I can tell you is that there is one decision that you get to make today, literally right now, that can change the rest of your life. It's a simple one. Who you pick as your friends. Our Prophet, peace and blessings be on him, gives us advice. He says you should be friends with a perfumer, someone who sells perfume, not a blacksmith. Why? Because imagine if you're friends with a perfumer, someone who sells perfume, you're going to end up smelling good. They're going to rub off on you. But if you're friends with a blacksmith, someone who's filled with dirt and soot, you're going to end up being filled with dirt and soot. The point is simple. When you think about your friends, seriously, are they the type of people who make you better, who push you to become the best version of yourself, to make you even more fragrant like a perfumer? Or do you have bad friends who are constantly pushing you to do things that you don't want to do, things that you know is wrong, things that in your heart you feel bad about, like a blacksmith? This decision that you make today, it can change the rest of your life. Now, speaking of friends, today we are bringing on one of my friends. His name is Akram Abdallah. Now, you haven't met him before, but I think you've seen his work, especially if you've been paying attention to Noor Kids. He is an entrepreneur. That means he's a businessman. He followed in the footsteps of our Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be on him. He's created one of the most incredible jewelry companies in the world, and not just any, one that does good, focused on helping Muslims and people become the best version of themselves through expressing themselves with jewelry. But before we bring him on, we've got a video to share. When I was a kid, I didn't want anyone to know that I was Muslim. I remember how much my mom would love coming to my baseball games. She would sit in the stands and she would cheer. But friends would make fun of her because of her hijab, and as a kid, I didn't know what to do. I would tell my mom to pick me up 15 minutes after my games were finished because I didn't want anyone to see my mom. That's why we created Noor Kids, to help young Muslims feel comfortable in their own skin. But that's also why I love Nominal. Nominal creates premium jewelry, all with one goal: to help people take pride in their identity. Whether it's a custom necklace or an Arabic-inspired pendant that says Sabr on it, Nominal creates jewelry with a purpose. Right now, they're doing their best deal of the year just in time for Eid, and they're giving members of our community an extra 10% off. If you comment below, we'll send you the information. Assalamu alaikum, brother Akram Abdallah.
Wa alaikum assalam. What's going on? Thank you so much for having me.
Hey man, the pleasure is all mine. Now, I gotta start with a question, all right? When we think about what we wanna be when we grow up, lots of times parents are like, I'd love my child to be a doctor, or an engineer. But what about a businessman? Do you think it's valuable for Muslims to go into business?
I do. I think it's valuable for Muslims to go into business because you're able to have a lot of impact in a lot of different ways. You know, you're able to employ people, you're able to create change, you're able to be in control of the work environment, you're able to have a very high ceiling as to what it is that you can accomplish. And so you get you're able to influence a lot when you become a business person. And you can choose your path.
And you can choose your path. And there's something you said that I want to ask you about before I even say that. Like, we as Muslims like to follow in the sunnah of our Prophet, peace and blessings be on him. You know, we drink water with our right hand, right? We start taking steps with our right foot. Our holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be on him, was a merchant. He was involved in trade. He was a businessman. You've mentioned something, Akram, and I'm kind of curious. Lots of times when people think about doing good, they're like, well, I'm going to be a doctor and I'm going to do good. Have you been able to do any good with your business? And in what way can business actually do good?
When you have your own business, you can choose where some of the money that comes towards you then goes. And so we started an initiative about 5 years ago where with every single purchase, we donate towards a certain cause. And so right now, with every single purchase, we donate a meal to families in Gaza, in Palestine. So that's just an example of the good that we do. But we also only started this business so that we can allow individuals to feel proud of who it is that they are, their identity, which you were speaking about earlier. So we created pieces that show different languages and, you know, different countries, the shape of the different countries that you're from, or certain cultural pieces. So that's an example of the good that we try to do.
SubhanAllah, Akram, my friend, you're a very humble guy. What Akram didn't mention to you when he said that, hey, you know, we like to donate meals every time someone buys a thing, they've donated over $1 million. $1 million. That's not a small I mean, like, we talk about millions and millions. Brother Akram's donated over $1 million. Can we get a noise for that? Can we do like a noise, Jake? Do we got a noise that we can do for that? Oh, okay, that's like a joke one. No, do the one where we open up the. Nope, that's not. That's definitely. There we go. All right, let's do it. All right. Oh, $1 million. All right.
I mean,
that's huge.
you are funny, man.
But here's the thing, though. No, and I'm actually kind of serious about this because in business, right, and for our students, I want you to realize this. Imagine the good that you're able to do. As Muslims, we have to pay zakah, right? We give a portion of our money to charity. So for people, and from the beginning of time, from the day Islam started, the role of business and merchants to create wealth and then give it and to take care, this is a really special thing, in addition to like giving people jobs, in addition to creating a product that helps people become the best version of themselves. I think being a businessman is pretty cool and something that I tell my daughter I'd love for her to start at. So I'm curious for you though, is it easy, right? When you think about Nominal and the organization that you've built and alhamdulillah donated over $1 million so far, was it like, okay, we'll just start and it's just gonna be easier? Did it take hard work?
It took a lot of hard work and it took a lot of patience and it took a lot of faith. You know, it took a lot of different characteristics that are taught within Islam, but took a lot of sacrifice. So no, it was not easy whatsoever, but it's very worthwhile. And whenever you have those moments, like the opportunity to speak, you know, with you guys today, it's only through the business that, you know, was basically the vehicle that brought us here. So I'm always reminded of it being worth it, but no, it was not easy whatsoever.
So we love stories here, Akram, and so I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper. Was there ever a moment that you ever felt like giving up and like where it was really tough? Tell us about it. What was that like?
It was in 2020 was probably my darkest moments within the business where, you know, if someone were to make me the right offer, I would leave the business, I would sell the business. There was a point where, you know what, let me just close the business even if I don't reap any kind of benefit from the few years prior that I began the business. It was after my wife had given birth to our first child, and you know my life was just chaotic, and I'm trying to, you know, building the business and maintaining the business was already very difficult, and then to bring another life, and then just another thing that I don't know how to do, just made me question everything that I was doing, and I was really creating stability and consistency and to be able to check out mentally and not think about it when I come home and, you know, 5 o'clock comes and, you know, I'm able to just now transition into, you know, the second half of my day with peace. So that was a moment where I really, really wanted to get out of the business, but it was bigger than me and I couldn't get out of the business. And I'm glad that I didn't because everything always gets better if you keep pushing through. And that's the lesson.
I love that. And also, like, frankly, it's through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we get help. And the reason why I ask you that question is because, look, you know, for our viewers, what I want you to know is that there's nothing in life that comes easy. It takes hard work. I remember there was a time when we were doing Noor Kids. And I'll be honest with you, I remember it was in New Jersey. And I was driving, and this was in the early days, in like 2016 or 2017. And I remember at that time, and I'm just being completely serious about it. There was a night when I was going and I was like, man, I don't know if I have enough money to stay in my hotel. So I slept in my car and it was really, really challenging. And I just share that to say when we're working on anything, especially from the ground up, we can't expect that we're gonna be successful right away. We have to put some time and we have to put some effort into it. But once we, inshallah, reach the promised land, it becomes fun. And speaking of fun, I know that you, Brother Akram, are in Arizona. And so I have picked on two kids who are from Arizona. I have Amo and Amani, who are here. They're sitting on their couch. They may not even know that I'm about to pick them. And I have Allah, Yasna, and Zahra from Arizona. So two families from Arizona. And then I got two folks that are from Minnesota, because obviously I'm from Minnesota. I think Minnesota's a pretty great place. I've got Hidayah from Minnesota, and I've got Ihsan from Minnesota. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute you guys. Because you guys do jewelry, and jewelry is a form of artwork, I thought we could play a game of Pictionary, all right? So you guys, I'm gonna unmute you, and I'm gonna ask that you stay unmuted, all right? But if you're not able to stay unmuted, let me know, and we can swap you out, right? But I'm gonna ask you guys to stay unmuted because you guys are gonna have to guess the pictures that we're doing, all right? So Hidayah, my dear, I'm gonna unmute you if you can stay unmuted. Ihsan, my son, I'm gonna unmute you if you can stay unmuted. And Alan, Yasna, and Zahra, I'm unmuting you as well. All right. Ihsan, can you unmute? Are you able to do that? No, you're not? Okay. All right, I'm sorry, son. All right, inshallah, we'll get that worked out. Let me get someone else. I'm gonna get Nermeen from Rochester. All right. And I'm gonna get let me do the Ali family from Minnesota as well. Oh, no, their video is off. Oh, why is it so tough today? Allahu Akbar.
Brother Amin, we can't see your screen.
I know, because I haven't started yet. I'm still trying to get you guys on. All right, so I am pulling up my paint. Now, Akram, have you played Pictionary before?
I have.
All right, so this is going to be you against the kids. All right, I'm gonna try my very best to draw. All right, and the question is whether you are going to be able to get this before the kids. All right. Now,
All right.
now you guys are all unmuted, so we can hear you. If you're talking, it's kind of distracting. Okay, if someone's talking, you think we can mute them? All right, so, all right, while I'm drawing this, I want you to try to guess what I am drawing. Now, Akram, this is pretty serious because you're representing all the adults. And kids, you guys are representing all the kids. All right, so brother Akram, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Mr.
I'm gonna win.
Yes.
Your screen is only black. We can't see anything.
You can't see anything? Are you sure?
Yes.
I think that there's another window, my dear. Do you know if on Zoom you can go to a different window? If you can change your window?
We can see the kids if we scroll, but we can't see your screen.
Okay, on Zoom, my darling, there is a area where you're able to change your screen, so that way you're looking at me instead of the other students. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! All right, we're gonna play a different game first, right? This game's gonna be easier, all right? And then we're gonna play a second game.
Hey,
All
my
right, so the
stuff
first
in
game,
here.
we're gonna be playing a game of dad jokes, all right? Because brother Akram mentioned that he's a dad, so it's a game of dad jokes. And so the question is, you just can't laugh at the jokes, all right? You just can't laugh at the jokes. We're gonna have Akram against the kids, all right? The goal is to try not to laugh. But if you laugh, that means you lose, all right? So can we get the kids in? All right, we're gonna get the kids in. All right, and so you guys don't need to see anything, you just need to hear, all right? I'm gonna do my best to do some of these jokes, all right? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Akram, why did the CEO bring a ladder to work?
Why, Amin?
He brought his ladder to work because he wanted to take his business to the next level.
Hey, that's not funny.
You guys get it? Because Alana, Allah, Ali, because he was taking his business to the next level, right? You see that? Yeah? No? All right. So that one didn't work. All right, that one didn't work. All right, no problem. No problem. No problem. All right, let's try another one. Okay? I'm bringing Fatima in from Minnesota now. Fatima, okay, I need to get some laughs here. All right? Akram, why did the cow start a business?
Why, brother Amin?
Because it wanted to make some moolah. Yeah, like moolah, like money, like moolah. No? No? Nermeen, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. What are you talking? Moolah. No? All right. All right. All right, fine. All right, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. All right, Amal from Arizona. Amal from Arizona, all right? Why did the cash register go to school?
Why?
Because it wanted to learn how to make change.
No.
You get it? Because like a cash register, you get change, and then like
I don't get
school, you're able to change the world. No? You get it? 'Cause like, no.
I don't.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. As good as it gets. All right. All right. Okay. Nermeen from Rochester. Assalamu alaikum. You still there, my dear?
Yes.
Okay, Nermeen. Why was the pencil so good at business?
Why?
Because it was able to draw in a lot of customers. You get it? Like draw in, like bring in, but like a pencil draw. You see what I'm saying there? You get it?
I get it, but it's not really funny.
Oh, come on, you guys. This is hilarious. As good as it gets. All right. All right, I'll go back to Akram. Brother Akram, this is the last one I got for you. What's the richest kind of fish in the sea? The richest.
I don't know.
A goldfish. You get it? Because it's gold. Come on. I'm
I'll
a
give you
money.
that one.
That's
I'll give you that one.
hilarious.
You know
You
what?
guys need to laugh. laugh at my joke. Do you guys do you know how long it took me to create these jokes? It took me hours. No, you know what? I'm gonna laugh at my jokes. Brother Amin, that was amazing. All right. So I think officially the kids may have won. They didn't laugh at any. They were like stone cold. Did not laugh at any of them. That's okay. That's okay. Anyways, all right. So Brother Akram, how old do you think you have to be to create a business?
I think you don't have to be old at all these days. I think it's gotten easier or not easier, but it's become more accessible. You have more options these days. So I think 12 years old.
You think 12. And it's interesting, like, if you could have started earlier, would you have started earlier?
That's a good question. I did start pretty early. So I guess when you think about business, really a business that you're starting is just solving a problem, and I love to solve problems. So I was always solving problems since I was a kid, since I was 10 years old, 11. So each year, each grade, I was solving different problems. So yes, I think start solving problems as early as you can in life.
So my daughter, her name's Kothar, she created her first business. She's 7 years old, called K's Cards. So she created these matching games, and we actually went to the park, and she like got them laminated, and we got like a table, and she sold them, and she gave all the proceeds to Gaza, and it was amazing. It made me feel so proud. And when I was 7, I started my first business too. What I did is I used to make these geckos. They were made out of like beads, and they were made out of like little pieces of string, and you'd be able to tie them on your backpack. And alhamdulillah, the business was so successful that I started like employing some of the neighbors, but then there was like this whole thing, cops came, child labor, it was like too much. But the truth, no, I'm kidding, that didn't really happen. We worked together on it, but alhamdulillah, it was really cool. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed you with a lot of success, Brother Akram, right? Because, you know, being able to create an organization that has done so much good, a lot of people try and a lot of people don't reach those same levels. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has really honored you. I'm curious, Brother Akram, is there anything that you've done, either with respect to like your approach towards work or your approach towards faith, that you think has helped you earn this success?
I think that, you know, when you're given a lot, sometimes the test is who it is that you give credit to and whether or not you show gratitude. So yeah, and I think we try to do very honest work in everything that we do. So yeah, honest work and always giving back and showing gratitude along the way, and kind of what we do. I think that's a big part of it. And my mom makes a lot of dua for me.
You know, it's so funny because we had Shaykh Omar Suleiman with us yesterday. And I asked him the same question. I said, Shaykh, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has honored you with so much. I said, what's the secret? And he said, it's simple. It was my mom's dua. And you added something to it though, honesty. Our Prophet, peace and blessings be on him, he was known by 2 names, As-Sadiq and Al-Amin, the honest and the trustworthy. So everyone could trust him. And when you think about any organization, one that inshallah grows and exists throughout time, it's because of trust. And I think that actually means a lot. All right, so I've got 2 kids who I got with me. I got the Pokemon squad from Canada. They're a known quantity here, and I've got Maham here in Ottawa. I was really set on playing Pictionary today. So I'm gonna play Pictionary. It's gonna be the kids, Canada versus America. We've got Canada, right? Because I know you guys ship across the world, right? Obviously, Brother Akram, you know, there's been some tariffs and things that have affected many of our Canadian friends, right? So this is the ultimate Canada versus America showdown, all right? Because I know our friends in Ottawa are like, oh, stick it to America, you know? But, you know, of course, they're from America, right? So, so Brother Akram, it's going to be you versus the kids here. I'm going to be drawing things related to business, and your goal is to guess them before the kids, all right? Pokemon Squad, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Maham from Ottawa, I'm going to unmute you, my dear. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. And can you guys see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
All right, sounds good. This is the first one, all right? Oh my goodness. I am not an artist by any means, but I'm going to try this.
Car.
Not a car. Good guess.
Smiley face.
No.
A necklace. Wait. Animal.
Okay, it is an animal. You're getting warmer.
Pig. Pig.
Okay, but how does that have to do with business?
Oh,
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
Akram,
a
what did you
piggy
say?
bank.
Yes, a piggy bank! Ding, ding, ding!
Piggy bank.
Akram, did you say piggy bank?
Maybe I did.
No, I didn't say.
You didn't. I didn't hear you say it. Did you say it, Akram?
I did. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you did. Did you say it before the kids?
No, they said it before me.
Okay, all right. They said it before. All right, so Pokemon Squad. So the kids
guys
have
win.
won. Canada has won. Yes, piggy bank, right? A penny saved is a penny earned. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do the next one. All right, kids. Akram is up 1-0. Akram, can you say something just to make sure I can hear you?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, very good. All right. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is number 2.
Here.
You have to know, guys, I'm not an
And
artist.
Keys.
My laptop. Not keys.
Light bulb. Racket.
Yes, a light bulb. Ding, ding, ding. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's a really sad light bulb. It's a really sad light bulb. Yeah, because you know when you're working on something, you need the light bulb to go off, right? That level of thinking and innovation. All right, very good. All right, this next one's really tough. All right, let me see if I can.
Did Amin give you guys the answers?
I did not. No. These kids are honest and trustworthy. What can I say?
Sadiq and Amin.
Okay, this is gonna be tough. How am I gonna illustrate this?
I'm gonna get this.
Business card. No way.
Okay. No, it's not. Not even close. Okay.
Book.
Oh my goodness.
Card.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna give you a hint.
It's a bar of gold.
Nope, it's not. It's not. These things exist at stores. Okay, there's something that they're at stores.
Cash machine.
And
Dolly?
They also. Okay, you're getting close.
It's a cart. It's a shopping cart.
Yes, a shopping cart. This is the saddest shopping cart I've ever seen.
That's a horrible shopping cart.
I have a 4-year-old son. Man, he would draw one that is 10 times better than this. Allahu Akbar. All right, let's do the next one. All right, so it's I think it's 2-1 now. All right. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do this one. I'm surprised no one's guessing yet. I would guess if I was you. This one's, I think, relatively easy. Nope. This is something that many adults have.
A wallet.
Okay,
Oh.
you're
Credit
getting
card.
close. Yes, a credit card. Ding, ding, ding. Oh my goodness. All right, so it is currently 2-2. All right. The next one is going to decide the winner. We've got the adults on one hand, Akram Abdallah versus the kids. Not just that, this is the United States of America versus Canada. Who is going to win? So much on the line. Allahu Akbar. All right, sounds good. This is going to be the last one. And am I going to be able to draw it? Will I be able to draw it? Oh my goodness. All right, let me do this one. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now you guys have to remember, as you're judging my capability to draw, you need to remember that I'm using my computer, okay? And it's like a laptop, so it's like really not that, it's very tough.
Computer, laptop.
Yes! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! They got it! Oh man, the kids are victorious. Congratulations, kids. Congratulations, Canada. Now that may not save our tariff issue, but hey, that is something that we can hold our hat on and be pretty happy about on a night like tonight. All right, so Akram, as we are, the last question I wanted to ask you is this one. For me, you know, running Noor Kids takes a lot of effort, but one of the things that makes me very happy is when sometimes we get mail, and we do get mail, right? And sometimes email where people might write like how our work has impacted them, and it makes me really happy. I'm curious, since you've run Nominal and served so many families, I'm curious, what's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to you about your work or the impact that you've had on them?
It was at a convention when we were having a pop-up booth in Chicago. And it was a mother that came up to me and she said, you know, I just want to thank you for existing and for creating product because I felt like it was a risk to raise my children here in the United States because they're so far away from, or there aren't that many Muslim people or Arabs or Desis or, and she felt like the culture was going to be lost amongst their children. And so she said that, you know, thank you for creating something that allows us to just remember and keep our identity very close. And so that, I'll just never forget it. And the answer came to me very quickly when you asked the question right now, because it just gave me a lot of purpose, so.
I love that. And I'll tell you, as a dad, I got my daughter the necklace that says Kauthar on it, her name. I actually got one from my wife too. And my dad's actually a real estate agent. He gets one for every one of his customers, their wives, and they love it. They love it so much, and my daughter wears it around with pride, and it's such a wonderful thing that even for me as a dad, I love to see that on my daughter's neck, because, you know, she's able to be proud of her name, Kauthar, right? And everyone's got a beautiful name. Brother Akram, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and truly, right, the role model that you've set in terms of this idea of business, a way for each of us to hopefully make change in the world. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts a barakah on your efforts, that Allah lightens your load, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala becomes a vessel through which He works, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows you to raise children and have a family that is filled with barakah. And by the way, Akram, alhamdulillah, we have over, we have 1,000 kids here on Zoom and, over 1,000 or so folks watching on YouTube. You guys at Nominal supported our Ramadan camp to help make this possible. So really, thank you so much for helping make that possible.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, Jazakallah khair, and thank you for having me. It was a true pleasure and blessing. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah. All right, you guys. Well, here's the situation. We are almost done, but I've got something to give away and a couple of announcements. So we're going to mosey on over to the laboratory. To the laboratory. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there's a couple things that I want to check in on. The first one I want to check in on is the calendar around what to expect. Tomorrow we are having our Quran competition. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be amazing. There's over 500 people who've submitted in every category. Inshallah, you don't want to miss it. We have Mu'ad joining on Saturday. On Friday, we're having our game show and movie night, which is going to be a ton of fun. Next Monday, we have Aisha Abdul-Basit, who's amazing. And on Saturday, we have Rob Salah. He's the coach, the former coach of the New York Jets, the first ever Muslim coach in the history of the NFL. So we've got some amazing programs coming up. Remember, Saturday and Sunday are at a different time than our our Monday through Friday programs. Number two, checking in on Padlet. If you want to submit in the competition, you go into Padlet. Our Quran showcase is tomorrow, and you're able to submit in one of the categories, category 1, category 2, or category 3, all right? Click in here and you're able to submit Surah Fil for the kids 7 and younger, Surah Ma'un for 8 through 10, and ages 11 plus for Ayatul Kursi. Finally, giveaways. All right, yesterday we were giving away a moon courtesy of Days of Eid. The winner is Mariam and Lukman from Melbourne, Australia. Oh my God, at night I get tired. I'm not gonna lie, I was tired today. All right, so you guys are gonna win a My Salah mat, okay?
This is a different one.
Okay. So today's giveaway was to count how many times I yawned in the program, all right? On YouTube, we just put a post, and the winner is going to get some organic chickpeas courtesy of Saffron Road, which, alhamdulillah, is awesome, all right? So just for fun, I think kids are gonna love it, and you just gotta count how many times, I've yawned. All right, so you guys,
That slide was a giveaway.
oh, this one is a giveaway winner?
Yeah, there's 2 giveaways.
Okay, well, it's not loading now, but these are the giveaway winners. Okay, all right, so guys, hey, as we're ending the program today, I want to raise our hands in dua. Brother Akram is from Palestine, and they give a meal for every time someone buys something to families in Palestine. And you know, I know that during Ramadan we are having fun and things like that. But we have to remember our brothers and sisters who are going through times of difficulty. So I'm going to ask you, inshallah, for joining me in prayer, specifically for our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord, oh my Lord, Ya Allah. You know, the thing is, by the way, when we pray for others, the angels around us, they say Amin and give it to him too. And so we should always make a practice, whenever we're making dua, to think about those who need our prayers, whether they're people who are sick, whether there's people who are going through difficulty, but especially for our Muslim community. Ya Allah, you are As-Sami, you are Al-Basir. Ya Allah, you are the one who sees everything. You are the one who hears everything. Ya Allah, you are As-Sabur, the one who is the most patient and the one who can bless us with patience. Ya Allah, you are Al-Jabbar, the one who is the most powerful. Ya Allah, you are Al-Fatah, the one who opens doors. Ya Allah, you are Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, the one who is the most merciful and the one who is the most compassionate. Ya Allah, you are Al-Wali, the one who is the best friend, especially for the one who doesn't have any friends. Ya Allah, you are Al-Ghani, the one who is the most rich, especially for those who don't have any fortune. Ya Allah, I call on you by your names to help our brothers and sisters who are going through difficulty. Ya Allah, I've seen the photos of the boys, the girls, the moms, the dads, the grandmas and grandpas in Gaza, who are thirsty, Ya Allah, who are hungry, Ya Allah, who are going through difficulty because they've lost so many family members. Ya Allah, who don't have homes to go to. Ya Allah, who don't have hospitals to get assistance. Ya Allah, who are in a state of fear and difficulty. Ya Allah, you are the one who says be and it is. Ya Allah, you are the one who is the most powerful of all those who have power. Ya Allah, through your name Ar-Razzaq, please provide them with sustenance. Ya Allah, through your name Al-Sabur, provide them with patience. Ya Allah, through your name Al-Jabbar, give them power. Ya Allah, through your name Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim, bless them with mercy and compassion. Ya Allah, bless them with success, bless them with victory. Do it quickly, Ya Allah, without delay. Ya Allah, we come to you and we ask for help because Ya Allah, you are the one who responds to our du'as. So Ya Allah, please respond to us. Ya Allah, send your blessings, the best of blessings, on our holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be on him, upon his family and upon his companions. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm tired today. That was a yawn. I'll see you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Goodbye, everyone.